I'm just churning out videos tonight. Praise the Lord. I'm going to elaborate a little bit further on the why I think atheist question, because I was instructed to keep it so short. I really don't have very much time to explain why I'm an atheist, why I think the way that I do. My family, growing up, we weren't very religious. Not at all, actually. I mean, we observed Christmas, and that was about it. And it was more about Santa than it was about Jesus, as it should be. But, so I never really had the foundation, you know, for a Christian life, or a Muslim life, or a Jewish life, or a voodoo life, or an Oprahist life. That's not to say I didn't try. That's not to say I never tried. I tried. I tried a number of times to. I don't know why. Maybe there was something I was missing. Maybe there were answers that I needed to have. And I just couldn't find them in the Bible. I couldn't find the answers that I was looking for. I couldn't find. It wasn't for me. Because I've always had a very scientific mind. Always. I learned everything I needed to know about how the universe came into existence and the behavior of the universe from high school physics. And I've never really been able to just wrap my head around God, the Christian or otherwise. I mean, could there be some being that created the universe? Possibly. But I really and truly believe that if there is one, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about us. And George Carlin had it right. If there is a God, it has to be a man, because a woman wouldn't have fucked up the way that God did. Now, why do I make videos about atheism? I didn't start out that way. I didn't start off on YouTube trying to piss people off. I didn't start off trying to do that. That wasn't my aim. My first video I made out of pure boredom, and it had nothing to do with anything. It was just, take a look at the living room, which has completely changed since that video almost a year ago. There's a fly buzzing around here. And it wasn't until I released the video, "Obama is not the worst thing to happen to this country," that I got my first taste of pissing off people on YouTube. It was funny. I thought the onslaught of comments that I got was humorous. I tried to respectfully and civilly respond to those comments. And then later I decided to work the supervillain angle a little bit better, a little bit more. And I met this guy from Spokane, Washington. He saw my video, "Single White Male Seeks Arch Enemy." We met on a Venture Brothers fan site. he decided to arch me for a little while, and I arched him, and we put on a little bit of a show. At the end of the second episode, he quit. I haven't heard from him since, so I can only assume that I killed him. He doesn't answer his phone. If you met the guy, you'd understand. And then the show came to just Pennsylvania, just York County, and it was a cast and crew of just people from here. And then there was some bullshit with casting, and some actors were leaving, but they didn't leave, and they came back, and bullshit. But when that happened, I had already started making the Atheist videos that you people all love. I did it, I still do it to piss people off. I do it to get a reaction out of people. I'm just antagonistic in nature. I don't know why I decided to button that for this video. And if I pick up some subscribers, if I pick up some friends along the way, that's awesome. That's cool. I have a couple of friends that I met on YouTube that I talk to outside of YouTube. And you know, we get along famously. But that isn't the point. It never was. I have a point to get across, and it might be an angry point. It might be offensive. It will probably irk out some sort of response from people. I love doing that. It amuses me. I'm also very much in love with the sound of my own voice. Even though in my head my voice sounds a lot cooler than it does playing back off of YouTube, oh well, I get over it. I'm very self-centered. Anyone who knows me, you know, in real life, they'll tell you I'm self-centered. I get up on YouTube and I say that I am the greatest living example of humanity in the world today. That's the kind of shit that I say out on the street to strangers. Speaking of strangers, I'll talk to a stranger all the time. I just waiting in line at like a supermarket or a gas station. If you're standing in line next to me for anything longer than a few minutes, I'm gonna strike up a conversation with you, and I'm gonna talk to you. And if I see you coming into the store, I'll hold the door open for you. But as I'm doing it, I'll say loudly, "Oh, please, let me get that for you." So you're forced to thank me publicly. I truly love manipulating people and getting a response out of them. It's a lot of fun for me. But I can read on the camera playback that we're at about 9 3/4 of a minute. So I'm gonna have to cut it off because YouTube's a bitch and won't let me upload anything longer than 10 minutes. Aldus, Valor, all my love.